John Robert Fortuna was born on August 21st, 1962. We're here because of a decision my parents made at the time to have John live at home with his family rather than be institutionalized as so many Down syndrome children were in the 1950s and 60s.
You know, it's remarkable how much our world has changed over the last 50 or so years. The folks we serve today, 50 years ago, were always isolated, shunted to either a back room of a school where no one else went, or even worse, put into institutions where they were kept miles and miles from the rest of the world.
We had an odd household because of my older brother who got polio in '55. He lived at home he was in the hospital and then lived in an iron lung, and then he came home. So we were already kind of a family that was used to, this is different. Or doesn't everybody have a brother with polio and a brother who's Down syndrome? So I think there was a kind of a built-in acceptance, if you will, to whatever was handed to the family.
But I think they believed that they could make a good home for him, that he would thrive with siblings, older and younger, and that they were committed to bringing him up as just one of the family. John graduated from high school with a diploma, and he was ready to do something. And they certainly didn't want to hold John back. So he needed to go forward, and RTR led the way.
You know, when I think about John and his experience at Road to Responsibility, he has amazingly touched virtually every service we've ever delivered.
He loved working in the bookstore, and he was really good at it.
Mr. John Fortuna!
John had a life well lived. He did, and I think he lived it to the fullest. And he was really, he had a good basic training at home, and then he got to be John on his own, which was the best, because everybody deserves to express themselves, and he did. He did it well through RTR. He loved sports, he loved food, he loved fun.
That young man flourished into the amazing adult that we've been blessed to know for almost 40 years now.
His legacy was love, and people felt it from him. It's a wonderful thing to be remembered for. Not everybody gets that.
Jack is now 23. He's severe, nonverbal, anxiety, OCD, pica. So you would think that would be a tough mix, right? He's the easiest kid. When he was diagnosed, his pediatrician said, you can only compare Jack to Jack. One of the worst things about autism is the fight. To fight for the school system, to fight for services. That's harder than the autism for us. So anyway, when it came time to look at programs, we just went with what felt right. His coordinator said, you know, there's a program in Open Roads for kids with autism. The minute we walked in, it was right.
You know, when I see any of the individuals being served by RTR, I see their totality. We try to incorporate the entirety of the person, and interspersed with all of that are the layers of connections between, you know, individuals and their families to RTR employees, the individuals to our employees, and then the broader community.
It was just an amazing feeling to find out that where he landed was right for him. I never thought he would be at the level that he is now, but it's Jack's level.
There is real satisfaction in knowing that we've done things, both great and small, that have helped people live really good lives.
In his personal library, John had a book titled Disney's Who's Who, an A to Z of Disney characters. In it is a brief description of the genie in the movie Aladdin. It states, trapped in his own lamp, the genie relishes the opportunity to entertain. He is a showman at heart and will do almost anything for a laugh. He is also an incredibly devoted friend. Although the genie's body is confined to the lamp, his mind is not. Yes, like the genie, some can say that part of John was confined to the lamp. Despite that, his magical impact on the world, on us, cannot be overstated. John was love, pure love, and we are all blessed from having known him, from having loved him, from having learned so much from him about what is truly important in life.
When he has his big smile, his face like splits in half, and he just loves it. So many things about life that he loves that I think is rubbed off on our family, and you appreciate everything.